Hey y'all, welcome to Wind Down with Chardonnay, and today is another Bottle Girl recap. So, yesterday I was all good, all happy, nothing but good news. But today, it's not the same because guess who I had to get today? The freaking promoters. I got the promoters again. First of all, they don't tip. Y'all, and then they gonna tell my boss I wasn't helping them, and I came to their section like 20 times, like y'all okay, and then when I walk away, they gonna ask somebody else for something. Like, are you so serious? This video not gonna be that long because it wasn't a good night, but it wasn't a bad night either. It was just whatever. Yeah, so let's get right into it. So I had 4 sections, right? One was the promoter, then I had 3 free ones. One ended up not coming, and then my other 2, it was one group of people, they ended up getting 2 sections, so that helped me. So they got 4 bottles of Casamigos, and the man tipped me like $100. Without him, I wouldn't have made nothing because my only other section was the promoter, and then I had sold this other girl's section a bottle because they keep selling my sections and still in my sections, but when I do it, we have a whole meeting after work. So the night was cool. It wasn't busy. Like, it was a good amount of people, but really not that many people. And it was a big party that came in, but I wasn't assigned to that section. But it was cool. It wasn't really packed. It was a lot of people, but one section had like 20 people, and they only supposed to have 6, so they made it look crowded when it really wasn't that crowded. Anyway, the girls section who I took, they kept calling me like 6 times. They asked me to buy a bottle 6 times, so I'm supposed to deny them 6 times. Like, she ain't never come check on them. She ain't get them ice. She didn't give them anything. And the man was like, "Well, I want you to serve us." And I was like, "Okay, but it's not my section." I do feel bad because I know how I feel when somebody's still in my section, so I do feel bad. Like, I literally apologized to her and everything. And I should have like went and got her, but I can't change it. Everybody do it to me, but when I do it, it's like, the end of the world because I do feel bad. Anyway, fast forward to after work. The owner is like a wife and a husband. So the husband, he like, why you haven't been posting, blah blah. I'm like, I am posting. He was like, well, next week if you don't post by 7 p.m. you're not working the weekend. I'm just like, bro, are you for real right now? Like, I'm gonna post y'all a little crusty flyer. Like, okay. Anyway, so he said that, and then that was it. Next, then the wife started talking. She was basically like, y'all have the worst light show. She said we have the worst light show she ever seen. Our presentation is so horrible. And then she was yelling at me because I was taking out a sign with the girl, and somebody like stepped right in front of me, so I had to go around them. So it kind of delayed me. And she was like, "Yeah, you took out a bottle, and the sign was way behind you. Can you explain it?" And I was just like, "No, I'm not about to sit here and explain that. Like, you saw what happened. You saw the camera, so it is what it is." But she was like, the manager, the owner, whatever you want to call her, she's like, "If I had more girls, both of y'all would have got sent home." I was just like, it's not that serious, bro. Like, y'all be acting like it's the end of the world. It's not that serious. And I be thinking we be doing good. The manager was like, "Have y'all not been to a club before? Y'all don't know how this supposed to go." I'm like, "We doing it. You ain't give us no specific training, a specific way you want to do it. So, like, we're doing our best." And then the sign, I know last night we plugged up the sign. The sign didn't cut on. And then she like yelling at us like, "Oh, y'all supposed to plug up all the things. Y'all agreed to these rules, yada, yada, yada." And we like, everybody looking like we plugged up the sign. Obviously something wrong with y'all core if it wasn't working. She was like, "Well, y'all should have tried to make sure it was charging last night. Don't come now and see if it's charging." I'm just like, can y'all calm y'all nerves a little bit? Anyway, then she started talking about, oh, and why are you guys still in sections? Like, it's a slow night. There's no reason you should be still in anybody's section. Yada yada yada. The only reason she want to bring up something about the section is because the other girl stole the main bottle girl section. That's the only reason she brought it up. Because if that girl would have stole my section, she wouldn't have said 2 words to her. She wouldn't have said nothing to anybody, because I feel like since I'm so nice, they just feel like they could just talk to me any kind of way, and I'm just like gonna take it, because I'm really not taking it serious. Like, I'm just whatever. I don't want these people to have control over my emotions, but I think they're taking it for granted, because I get all the flack because I'm an easy target in a way. Everybody else, like, they have the energy to go back and forth, and I really don't. So I feel like they take their frustrations out on me, and it's not fair to me that they doing that. But I have a tough skin. Like, nothing really phases me, so it's not like I'm gonna be mad. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. And anyway, I say that to say, she was basically going on and on about, like, stealing sections and not working as a team, yada yada yada. And she's like, do y'all care to explain? I said, they stole my sections last weekend, and the manager was like, you know what, we're not gonna even go there. Why not? Why are we not gonna go there? You're talking about this week, people stealing sections, but last week and the first week I was there, people stole my sections and not a peep was said. But now that the other girl, the main girl, got her section stolen, now we gotta have a meeting about it? Cause I'm right. Like, you didn't say nothing this whole last week when this girl kept stealing my section, but one day she stole your main girl section. Now you want to say something. Like, that makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. And I'm just like, bro, if you're gonna have a meeting about something, be consistent with it. I'm not gonna steal nobody's section because I don't like how I feel. I apologize to the girl so many times because I really feel bad about taking it. But like I said, her section called me over 6 times. I'm the one who brought them ice. She never checked on them. I'm the one who bought them ice, everything. She never went over there. So how is that my fault if she didn't go over there? Like, I still feel bad though, but I can't take it back. It is what it is. And yeah, it be so crazy though. Like, after we have these meetings and she be chewing us out, then she just want to start laughing with us. I be like, how you gonna be a kikiing with me when you just basically told me off in a professional way? Like, girl. But let's get into the important stuff. I didn't make that much cash today, but in total I either made 160 or 170, I think. And that's pretty good with having a promoter group, because they didn't tip me at all. So you know how that goes. And then another man, he gonna run off before he could tip me. I asked him all day, I'm like, do you got my tip? He like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. He got my tip. You got my tip? He like, yeah. So I'm basically standing by the door waiting for him to give me my tip. He done slid past me because I was talking to another person who was in there, because I forgot this part. And that made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah. So I'm in there, right? This man stopped me to talk to me. He's like, I asked him, was he having a good night? He like, well, I'm going through it right now. And I was like, oh, what happened? He go talking about, oh, I'm having relationship problems. My girl mad. He's like, I'm 31 and my girl mad at me because I'm here right now and I go out a lot, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, you need to go home. It's the club been over, like, because we are after hours club. I'm like, you could have went home. Why you still here? He's like, I'm networking and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, networking? What kind of networking you doing? He said, I'm just trying to meet new people. I just moved here, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, you want to meet girls? How's meeting girls networking? He started laughing and he was like, you got a point. I'm just like, your girl is right. Like, why are you at the club still? It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning and you still at the club. I would be mad at you too, because at what point do you give it up? Like, come on now. What point do you just say, I'm gonna go home and be with my girl? And he go talk about, well, I invited her to come and she was like, what I look like coming to that type of place. And I said, she's right. What she look like coming to this place with a whole bunch of girls? Like, you could have easily went home after the club. Nobody ain't make you come to after hours. Don't try to blame everything on her like she the one acting crazy. And then he was like, oh yeah, you right. I'm like, and you all up in girls' faces at the thing. So if she would have came here, she would have been on your behind because it looked like you flirting with everybody who passed by. Come on, be for real. Dudes, just be dumb. I don't know if they be dumb or acting dumb. At 31, you should know that lady do not want to be in no club all night, and you shouldn't want to be in there either. Like, at what age y'all stop going to the club? Like, I ain't judging how nobody spend their free time, to each their own, but at the same time, come on now, be serious. That's pretty much all that happened. It wasn't very eventful because it wasn't really packed. I got threatened to be fired for the second time. Like, at this point, do what you gotta do. Like, and I took off all my nails. They kept popping off. Like, I can't get these little cheap nails. I'm gonna go get my nails done one of these days, but I don't want to spend the money I made. Like, I did good this weekend. It was way better than last weekend. Last weekend I did about probably like 300 and something for the whole weekend. This weekend I did over $700. So we raising up higher and higher. Fingers crossed. As long as she don't keep putting me with these promotion groups, I can make the money. But when the promotion group's there, like, you should know you're not gonna make no money. Like, it's a given. They don't never want to order no bottle. They don't want to order nothing but what's free. And then when they do order the bottle, they get an exact amount to the owner. They don't even ask you or nothing. So at this point, I don't know why they be expecting me to serve them, because y'all ain't doing nothing for me. I'm just giving y'all free labor. Like, I'm gonna end this off with a rant about promoters again, because they just grind my gears. Like, and then to make matters worse, it was their promotion night. They was on a flyer, like, literally the promo team name Takeover was on the flyer. I don't want to say who it was in case somebody see this, but the whole promo team name was on the flyer. Half of y'all tables ain't show up. Then y'all got the nerve to be sitting there and not tip. And I done checked 50 million times. Like, it's getting so annoying. That's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned, because I hope I have some more juicy stuff to tell y'all. But I don't want to be telling y'all bad stuff in this juicy, because then I'll be looking crazy because I ain't make no money because it's bad. I feel like I'm on strike 2, and you know strike 3 is usually out. So yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. But again, thank y'all for watching this video, and